guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fine. I hope everything that you endured for the day is okay. So welcome in, guys. I first and foremost need to see if I am buffering or anything of that nature. No bufferation. The lighting looks different from what I see right here. But it is what it is. So that is that. How was everyone's day? Talk to a sister, let me know. Sorry about that. So while you're trying to gather your thoughts, um, I'll tell you how my day went, where it's going. So I woke up this morning and I woke up in pain. I don't know. I must have probably exercised wrong and now I'm feeling it. So like my neck is killing me. So I have to be very careful with that. So I was going to go to the gym. Then I just didn't feel like it. Hey, Octavia. I was thinking about you just now. How was your day? I hope you had a good day. Um, so I after I decided not to go to the gym, I got up and took care of some Be the Difference things, and then I took care of some my things, and now I'm here. I still have not eaten for the day yet. It is 3:30. So maybe I had a potato chip here or there, but it was just one. It wasn't like a handful or anything. Hey, Quiet Storm, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. So we just chitty chatting really quick. Um, what else happened? So what do I plan to do? Definitely, I'm going to the gym tomorrow because I need to record some things and see how that goes. Because I'm trying to do what Stephanie asked us to do in her chat, was to upload something every day. I did upload something today. Hey, it's your boy Leo. What's going on? How are you? Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Jazzy TV. How are you? Hey, Watson, how are you? Wanston, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Been good. I can't complain. I definitely thoroughly enjoyed. That's my ringtone right there. Isn't it funny? I was saying I definitely thoroughly enjoyed, and then my ringtone. Thank you, Leo. A lot of people say that, but what else? So I thoroughly enjoyed the past few days. You know what I mean? And that's why I want to start off with saying what I'm thankful for. It's good to see you guys as well. We need to meet up. Yeah, because we're not too far away from each other. Hi, Mr. Rich Revelations Presentations. How are you? Welcome to Hello World. I think this is your first time here, so welcome in. We're just talking about things that we're thankful for. And what I was in the midst of saying is I'm absolutely thankful for the past few days. And they were peaceful. And and I found out they were peaceful when I thought about it. I want to get to a point where I'm just thankful in the midst, not like it's an afterthought, like how we do things in life. We appreciate things afterthought. You know what I mean? Um, and I think we're all victim of that. And I want to try to appreciate it in the midst. I think I'm doing a decent job, but I could always brush up and do better. Um, yes. So feel free to type in the chat what you guys are thankful for, because sharing is definitely throwing out blessings in the air. And it really, I don't want to wait for like circumstances to make me all of a sudden be thankful for life. and thankful for the things that I have. You know what I mean? We got to get better at doing that. Hey, Screw, what's going on? Long time no see. How are you? Welcome. Hope your day is going well. Hope your weekend is well as well. Last night it was cool. We had a Black Friday, first ever Black Friday shop and chat. It was cool. I definitely enjoyed everybody that came through. For people who did purchase things, it was amazing. Others who were just there to chill out, it was cool too. So I feel like I did my due diligence. You know what I mean? Thankful for your family. I know that's right. You know, a lot of people take family for granted. And I don't only consider family just the bloodline. I consider family, sorry, I consider family anyone that I'm connected to and that we may have shared like time. So I consider that to be family, those people to be family as well. I we put too much weight on that sometimes. You know, we sometimes put too much weight on like, well, you gotta have, you gotta put work and time into it in order to be like family. No, because sometimes some perfect strangers may treat you a lot better than your own friends or your own bloodline. So what would you say then? Well, I can't say that you were that because it was only 5 minutes. But that 5 minutes of your time in life expectancy could have been like a 2 or 3 year span. So anything that you're thankful for, whether it be a 5 second moment, a 10 second moment, an hour, 3 hours, a day, a lifetime, whatever it is, be thankful for that because you may never ever get to show your appreciation for that thankfulness. My family is extended friends. If it wasn't for the kindness of strangers, I would be dead. Wow. I'm thankful for knowing God always looking out for me in every way he can. I know that's right. I know that's right. I must say for me as well, I have a decent balance. Strangers and, you know, blood and friends that have been decent to me. I can't complain. I just need to be appreciative more when those times come. Like when the feelings hit you, you gotta just do it. You have to because if you don't, you may never ever get an opportunity again. And I hate to put it that way in that way where oh you may never have an opportunity, but that's the reality of life. I'll give you guys the example. You guys already know my example with my friend Michelle. We got to plan it maybe in January. Whatever. I'm good. As long as hey Simply Angie, how are you? Welcome. What's going on? How are you? Um I forgot what I was gonna say. Man, I hope it comes back because I think it was in the midst of a good thing, comment. But I'm trying to remember it. That's all. What was I saying? I can't even remember. But don't wait. Oh wow, yeah. I wish I would have told certain people things and now they're going, oh yes, thank you. You reminded me. So you guys know, most of you know about my friend Michelle. And I only knew Michelle for about 4 months. No, maybe more than that. I knew Michelle for like a couple, maybe 2 years. But like when I say I knew her, let's be clear. Like I only would see her in church once a week, and then we may text each other like once a week or so. We're like once every 3 weeks. So, but the point of the matter is, Michelle did one of the most caring things that anyone could have done for me. And she didn't give me anything, but she allowed me to be her friend. And she allowed me to interview her. And you would see her on Our Lives Seen Through My Eyes. And she was a simple person. Like there was nothing spectacular, outlandish about her. You know what I mean? It was just the simple fact that she was, because she passed away, an amazing person. And I wish I told her more how much of an impact she had on my life. So I keep saying those things because you never know what could happen. So don't wait to be thankful for things. Be thankful at that very moment. Hey, J Dog in his house. Hey, J Dog, how you doing? And I tell you guys all the time that I'm thankful for you. People who are first time in the chat, repeatedly come, you know, I'm thankful for you because you help make the world go round. Do you understand how important that is? I depend on no one but God. He always sends the right one to me when I'm in need of help. The best part is it is never people I know, it's always strangers. Wow. Doesn't that remind you uh of the stories of using people who are not qualified to do the most qualified things that people may have been, studied for and had passed exams for years? That's how it is, guys. Us strangers in the night, we're all strangers, guys, and we need to understand that we may be at this very moment fulfilling a need that none of us had a clue about. Hey, Beauty and Beast, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. December 20th is your 6-year clean date. I'm grateful for that. Yes. And may you have the rest of your life to celebrate that 20th day of December every year. Hey, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Dr. Jazz. Hey, Dr. Jazz, how are you? Welcome. And then sometimes we even have to be thankful for the people who end up making you cross paths with others because of their mistakes. You ever think about that? Mhm. You ever think about that? That if it weren't for someone else's mistakes, sometimes our paths wouldn't cross. I could perfectly use an example. It probably wasn't even a mistake, but if I never stopped working with a music artist, I probably wouldn't be on YouTube. I wouldn't need to be on YouTube. I wouldn't feel a need to be on YouTube because I wouldn't have started that journey of figuring out who I am and what my purpose is in life. Mhm. So, do I hold any bitter feelings about that separation? No. Did I before? Not so much. It was just like the difference between a wise man and a smart man is the wise man learns from others' mistakes. It's true. Hmm. I was just reading the chat. Um, so yeah, like it's unfortunate though, sometimes we end up becoming or making someone a victim of our actions, but then it turns out better in their favor. It's weird, right? It's really weird. I'm thankful for being healthy and alive. Oh gosh, me too, screw. I'm thankful, like, when I was growing up, I used to think, I never understood how important health was. I always wanted things in life, but now more than ever, all I truly want, like the top 5 things or the top 3 things with health is number 1, good health. You know what I mean? You can enjoy life better when you have good health. And I agree with you on that, Screw. I'm thankful for health. I'm thankful for a sound mind because you may have all the health in the world, but not use your mind properly. How many of us are using our minds properly or effectively? How many of us? It takes a decent amount of work to become aware of things that just don't make sense versus things that do versus things that you can learn from. You know what I mean? Yeah, I need to stop looking at the chat. But I'm also thankful for stability. How many people can absolutely say that they're stable? I don't care what stable is, but just stable in the fact that you don't really have to necessarily worry about things. Everything is just balanced or primarily balanced. These are things that, like, so many people are lacking. Some know, some don't. Some walk around in chaos all the time. But that stability, guys, if you do not have stability or a sound mind, then how could you find peace? So I guess in essence, I'm thankful for peace as well. I'm thankful for good food too. Stable for first time in years. Wow, that's dope, Mr. Rich. Hey, Life with Nicole Marie, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome to Hello World. I know there's got to be a ton of people out there who think that they're stable but are not. And you can test that theory on reactions. And you can also just look at some people and see where they are. You know what I mean? Everybody's talking to each other. Get to know human nature a little bit better. And I guarantee you will be more thankful for not only nature in itself, but just the fact that you can actually participate in enjoying nature. And when I say nature, I'm not just talking about the trees and all that, but just how life is flowing and how life is operating outside looking in or inside looking out. Ooh, enjoy the fact that you will be able to appreciate looking from the inside out. How many of us look from the inside out? I'm thankful. Oh, I still have to work at it every day. All of us do. I don't think I ever want to admit to arriving anywhere because the minute I say that I arrive somewhere, I think that's when I'll probably take my last breath. And I don't want to do that anytime soon. Not anytime soon. I was thinking of, what's the crazy thing is this morning I was thinking about, with life expectancy, how many more years I'm typically or would have on this earth. And I was just like, dang, that's not a lot of time. So I better start or continue to keep living, not start, because I am living. I may not be living the way that people think living should be. I'm sorry, the way that people have been programmed to believe living should be. Hmm. Unprogram yourself. Take out all of that bad coding and get the good stuff. I'm thankful for that. That's why I keep on saying I'm ageless because the more I believe I'm ageless, the less I start worrying about the amount of years that we've been told we'll be living, typically for a woman and typically for a man in decent health. I mean, gosh, if we all looked at life like the reality of what you are age wise now, and you start to be like, damn, that's don't got that much time left. And that's if no crazy things happen. But we don't know what can happen within a year. I kind of like the fact that the years are so much more unpredictable now. I think I'm thankful for that because then it forces you to live, it forces you to breathe. You know what I'm saying? When I eat my daily meal, I feel bad knowing millions are going to bed hungry. I don't feel bad, but you know what it makes, you know what you could do about that? Start volunteering. Shoot, maybe even start your own little thing where if you see somebody that you know is in need, that same $5 or $10 you may have used on a meal, buy one for them. I was thinking about it too, guys. Like the town that I stay in, I said if everybody contributed $5 or $10, we could at least collectively house one or two homeless people who are in the street in a motel room. You see? And I'm sure there's millions of people in this town. It's crazy, right? What $5 could do if everybody put it together. Not having one person be in the head to delegate things and say, well, since I'm delegating, I need, a little stipend here and there. But we should have a heart of charity as well. Racing to beat this stuff. Yeah, I don't want to race. I just want to be like, ooh. I do help people. I volunteer for 14 months in a firehouse homeless shelter here in the Birmingham. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I used to volunteer. I need to start going to doing that again. It's such a great feeling, and it's not even volunteering to look at somebody else and be like, "Oh, you have," and I don't. But it's just a reminder of like any one of us could be one paycheck away from being in someone else's situation. But also because they're funny. They are so funny and cool. Like you learn so much. You sit there and talk to people instead of just, you know what I mean? Looking at somebody's situation, you actually contribute by talking. That heals, man. Talking actually heals. That's why I think I'm a talker. I never used to be a talker, but I like to talk. I like to talk things out because it heals and it brings uh conflict into some type of resolution when you talk. I don't like really texting too much because it takes away from the tonality of a conversation. And you don't even see reactions, you know? Let's get back to doing that, guys. Wouldn't that be amazing? I'm thankful that I still have that ability to want to talk. Keep changing the words of talk, talk, talk. My cousin and her brother left about an hour ago to give leftover food from the soup kitchen. Oh, that's amazing. That's great. That's good. I still want to give back to the community, you know, any way I can. Hey, Miss Smith, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. You guys need to check out Miss Smith. Amazing. With this COVID going around, they are not letting me give free haircuts. Oh, you see that? Taking away a piece of your joy and your happiness. That's why I was saying in the beginning of the whole COVID situation, the one thing I had mentioned, and I was trying to tread very lightly because none of us knew what was really laid out. But the one thing that I did mention was that I felt like it was just gonna separate us more and turn us into robots. I said that. And I also was mentioning how we would be afraid to hug each other. And I am now a victim of that. I'm not ashamed to admit that, but they put a certain level of fear in me and fear around other people that touching is no longer acceptable. Isn't that crazy? 6 months ago, I was saying, I will never. 6 months later, I'm like, I was talking to my friend about that yesterday. It's crazy. But I will not allow COVID to keep me in that type of mindset. I have to get out of that somehow. But for Mr. Rich, it's like that was part of his joy. See, like the virus didn't just take away lives, but it's constantly chipping away from our lives. Like a disease, how a disease does in the body is doing to us emotionally and mentally. So I guess one solution would be to not be too afraid, but how can we not when we're told that we should be? It's hard. It's a hard thing to balance. But in about 2 years or so, when everything blows over, then we have to get back to being human again to each other. Keep that shaver sharpened, Mr. Rich, and them blades good and sharp, and your trimmer good. Keep your skills up, and because there's going to be a lot of people who will still appreciate the joy that you have in bringing happiness into their lives, not only by giving them a haircut, by the touch and also the conversation, that little spark that ignites when we talk to each other. The feelings of hearing the differences in tonality and feeling the richness of a vocal is deep, y'all. It's that deep. And we strayed away from that by texting. We're all guilty of it. To a degree, we are. Mm. Crazy, right? Sit there, think about life a little bit. You be like, dang, it kind of sounds like that. There might be some validity to that. But I'm thankful that we can have these conversations anyway. For real, for real. Hey, Mom is Bomb. How are you? Long time no see. Welcome back to Hello World. Hey, we have a member. We have a member, and it's Angel's Army. Hey, Angel. Oh, snap. We have a member. We have a member, and it's all about beep, beep, Fee, 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 fee. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So we need to start planning. Oh, this is it, guys. We need to start planning our post-COVID life because we haven't even thought about that. Have you? Oh, that just hit me. That just hit me. Have you even thought about your post-COVID life? Because this will be over faster than we think, right? So what we do today will become tomorrow. So what we plan on doing at this very moment and start rehab, start molding how post-COVID life is going to be is what's going to end up happening a year or two from now. Let's start planning now. Everything that COVID has prevented you from doing, start putting it in your mind now so that you're not surprised or shocked when that's no longer the conversation piece. It's going to happen, guys. It will. When? It doesn't matter. The point of the matter is we have to start preparing now. What will your post COVID stuff be? Well, for one, mine will be to take the mask off and give back the oxygen to my trees. And you know what, too? I think somebody else was in the chat the other day and they're talking about how the seasons are changing quick. And you know what thought I came in my mind? Well, and maybe just a thought, but probably worth thinking about a little bit. So here's what I think. So we've been in our masks, right? And remember, I was talking about how, we've been taking away the carbon from the trees because we're keeping it all for ourselves, which is toxic in itself. But also, we were all nestled up. Majority of us were nestled up in our homes for at least a month or two. So we never got to breathe out so that the seasons could change. That's just a thought that came to mind, right? Because we're all connected, right? Animals breathe, trees grow, they have their little system, we have our system. But for a moment in time, the system stopped. Isn't that crazy? Or it came to a halt because the amount of people that were contributing to nature's change dropped drastically. And I was like, well, dang, I didn't even go through my seasonal allergies. Of course not, because I was inside for a month. I went outside once in a while, but I wasn't out there long. And when I went outside, I was in a mask. So I never did breathe in whatever the air was. So I don't know, y'all. Yes, I've been thinking of changing my lifestyle around, thinking about converting into Muslim and wearing more like African style wear and finding inner self. Whatever you feel is your heart calling, something there. I miss my job so much. You still not back to work, Mama's Bomb? You gonna crank up your painting business? Oh, that sounds dope. That sounds real dope. I love art. I love art. I was able to enroll in school, so that's nice. Look at that, y'all. Already planning what we're gonna do post-COVID. See, because before COVID, we all had our ideas of what life was because it was systematic and it was routine. And once there was a break in that routine, we didn't know what to do with ourselves. Do you guys know how to make a fire? I mean, I'm just saying, just in case. Do you know how to dig a hole to use the bathroom in case? I mean, that seems primitive, but anything could happen. Do you know how to make light? Do you know how to cook when there's no extra artificial seasonings around? Do you even know how to, and I'm talking to all of us at this point, right? Do you even know how to pick different herbs to season and flavor your food just in case there isn't one that's already bottled? Maybe it's a long shot, but hey, maybe would it hurt to know at least a little bit about it? You just don't know. You do yes to survive. I know that's right, Jess. So you're gonna have to keep teaching us. You paint houses and businesses. That's dope. I like that. Like, start preparing now, guys. And I think I want to learn more how not to rely on routine. Not to say like, okay, these are my must-haves. I must be able to wake up in the morning and do all of the normal stuff. Take a shower, brush my teeth, all that. The hygiene stuff, that's not up for debate. Hygiene is not up for debate. We just got to do it right. Okay. Yes, I just was saying that I need to stop living in the man world and try to live how they did in Egypt days because they had to build everything by hand. And thank God, I'm gonna teach yourself how. Hand wash clothes. Yes. Hey, Bayou Kitchen. I'm sorry I missed you. Welcome to Hello World. Yes. Do y'all know to hand wash your clothes? I mean, if we had to, we'd probably be like, I don't want to learn. But then you would be able to do it like, all right, no problem. This doesn't break or make my day any better or worse because I'm doing it. Line drying clothes. Remember that fresh outdoor scent on your clothes. After my mom died, I went and lived on the river for 6 months, and it was like the best part of my life. Wow. Hey, we have a member. We have a member, and it's Ron Weasley. That's dope, Mr. Rich. It's better to learn it because you never know. It's true. Sewing clothes, making your own clothes, because guys, you never know. There may be a time where buying clothes might not be a thing, and you're gonna have to keep sewing up your stuff. So get a sewing kit. Get you a sewing kit, use some thread, learn how to thread a needle. So if you ever do have a hole in your garment, you'll be able to patch that thing up like nothing, brand new. Mm. Planting broccoli, that's so dope. Y'all, you know what I saw today that I never ever have seen in my life? So I was in the supermarket and I was looking for Brussels sprouts. So I used to buy the bag of Brussels sprouts, but I don't like the quality of them. So I was buying the broccoli. And then I looked behind the broccoli, there was like a stem. And I saw Brussels sprouts on stalks. I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. I had it in my hand like, well, first I wanted to know how much it cost because I wasn't looking up to see that there was a bunch of them and the price there. I was looking at the broccoli and I guess they had stored some in the back by the broccoli. But I just saw a stalk of Brussels sprouts. I thought that was so amazing. And I was like, oh, wow. So now I know Brussels sprouts grow on a stalk. That's great. Start collecting seeds for vegetables and fruits and fishing gear. Yeah. Like I told my mom and sis, I'm not materialistic, so I don't need extra stuff. I can manage on less. And there's nothing wrong if you do like material things. That's not, bad. That's not bad either, but we have to be prepared for anything. I think this year has taught us that much to plan for the unplannable or the unforeseen. Hmm, there's nothing wrong with that. Hmm, 39 minutes. Time to go. But Mr. Rich is right. Collect them seeds, guys. If you have a little garden, even if you don't have a garden, I saw how somebody did an in-home um, fermentation without soil, and they got the hybrid seeds. If you can get hybrid seeds, then get the hybrid seeds. At least that's no GMO, and they will continuously keep on growing every season. But try to get hybrid seeds and you can start your garden in water, eggshells and water, and no soil. And you can continuously have that over and over again because it's a hybrid and it will continuously grow. Hey, Love Blake, that's my manager. Thank you, Jazz. So, anyway, thank you for the conversation, guys. It was good. I'm thankful that you guys were here and that we were able to pick with each other and to think about things maybe just a little differently. Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe to confirm things that you were thinking about already. Who knows? But at the end of the day, there's nothing like the inter it's nothing like the interaction of humans and human nature. Please don't let that get lost. I know we become isolated to a degree. Don't get used to it because you are beautiful and amazing, and there are too many things that you are necessarily needed for. Never give up and don't quit. Everything about your life, whether you believe it or not, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, is somebody else's freedom stuck right in there. Won't you continuously grow so that other people can grow with you? And never, please, please never forget how beautiful your soul is. And when I say you, I'm talking about your soul. You weren't put here because you were ugly. You were put here because you have purpose. And that thing inside of you, if you haven't let it out yet, one day it's going to live or die. Let that thing live so that generations to come can feed off of that. You will be the hybrid of other people's new reality, their newfoundness. You. That's when I say you're beautiful. That's what it encompasses. If you ever want to get to know anything more about Be the Difference Clothing, you want to buy a book that I publish, go ahead. Or a hoodie that is printed by us, go to BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. Hey, Wanda, how are you? Good to see you. I'm going to pin that message. That's the website Dr. Jazz put in the chat. So feel free to go to BeTheDifferenceLLC.com. You can get books. Four-time author. And that wasn't even in plan. Use me as an example of what you can achieve, especially when you don't have it planned out. Like I said, I appreciate you guys for giving me a little bit of your time each and every day, or whenever you're able to make it. It's definitely thankful, and I'm definitely grateful for it. I am here every single day, majority of the times between 7 and 9. We talk about everything and anything. And what else? Let's see what the chat is saying. Okay. Ryan, you know I'm always talking to you. You are amazing. Sorry. Okay, that's why I don't like to look at the chat. But never forget how much I appreciate you. If we never meet each other again, if we never cross paths, just know that I absolutely do care about your well-being, and I want you to be the best that you can ever be. I want you to experience happiness in a way that you may never have experienced it, the way that it was intended for your life, the fulfillment of your life. Because somebody wanted that for me, and I got it. So it's time to pass on the blessings. You are a blessing. So keep giving. Anyway, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello World. Yes.